All right, guys, so we've had some conversations recently about our programming, our approach to programming philosophy. So this is maybe part of that video series, we'll call it. Today we're going over, we're reviewing a past week, I believe it was last week's programming, to talk about the different intents behind the different workouts and why we're doing what we're doing. So we've talked in the past briefly about classifying workouts in one of three ways. Training type of workout, a competing type of workout, and a testing type of workout. So in a moment we're going to head over to the board. I'll outline the three of them, explaining the difference between the three of them, and then we'll go through that week of programming to classify the different workouts and the different components to classes within those three categories and explain the why behind it. So like I said, we have a training style workout, competition style workout, and a testing style workout. A few qualities of each of those. A training style workout, the mentality there is we're having a specific approach to that workout to address a weakness or an area that we're looking to improve upon. We're not just getting after it. We're not just going through the motions or doing whatever we want to do. We have a plan in place, whether that's trying to complete sets of movements or repetitions of movements unbroken, or we're trying to hold a certain pace during a movement, let's say like the rower. There's a certain mentality to it. Sometimes less is more in a workout like that. So if you're not laying on the ground all the time after a workout, that's okay. Maybe we're looking to build your aerobic base. We're trying to do a long workout and we're trying to keep the heart rate just a little lower and be consistent throughout. Again, there's the stimulus from the workout. There's an intent there. Sometimes we're looking to really get the heart rate up and push as hard as we can, and we'll outline that. Other times we're looking to build consistency, let's say with rowing intervals. Maybe we're trying to build our ability to sustain a faster pace for a longer period of time. So we're doing rowing intervals, and we're not going out 100% on the first one if we're trying to stay consistent over 10 of them during the workout. And the third element that can be true of certain training style workouts is it's a layer in the sustainable part of our fitness. It allows us to work out for a long period of time. We can prevent injury, or we can rehab for an injury. A simple example is the accessory work that we do. Competition style or competing style workouts, the mentality there is going after it, getting after it, having fun. There's some strategy to it because you want to complete the workout as fast as you can, or you want to complete as many reps as possible in a given prescribed amount of time, and it's engaging. You like to get after it. We like to have fun. We don't want working out to feel like a chore per se. There are times we should be coming in looking to get after a workout. The last style, the testing style workout, is really to give us a benchmark of where we're at with our fitness. Have we improved since the last time we did that test? Is our aerobic conditioning improving? Are we getting stronger? Are we performing better on benchmarks like the workout Fran, or are we able to go longer in a workout like Murph? We're really getting after it. There's strategy there because we want to finish fast. With it faster than we did the last time, but it's setting a benchmark. It's telling us yes, we're going in the right direction, or no, we're not going in the right direction, and both of those are valuable. If we know we're going in the right direction, we're doing the right things, awesome, stick with it. If we're not seeing progress or we're actually regressing, we can look at things that may be causing that. All right, what's going on? Well, I'm not sleeping a lot these days, or I'm really busy with the kids, stressed at work, my sleep is interrupted, or my nutrition's off. And at least knowing those things, we can fix those things if we want to allow you to make progress, especially for those of you who have specific goals. If you're like, hey, I like general fitness, I like coming in and getting a good workout, awesome. These are good little challenges. Maybe you don't get caught up so much in your times as someone else, but they allow you to see where you're at within your fitness. So, using last week's programming, we have Monday through Saturday on the board. We didn't include Sunday, but Monday through Saturday gives us a good snapshot of what's going on. So on Monday, we covered two of our bases here. The workout itself, we have for time 9 muscle ups, 9 power cleans, 205 pounds for the guys, so a heavier power clean, 18 pistols or single leg squats per leg, and then we continue through that with the reps decreasing. So 7, 7, and 14, 5, 5, and 10. that's more of that competition style workout. Coming in on a Monday, long weekend, ready to get after it, ready to have a little fun, thinking some strategy there, going for time, throwing down with your friends. After that, with the last 10 or 15 minutes in class, going through some of our accessory work. So targeting weaknesses. Maybe you know your core is a weak area, or your lower body or your upper body, and we want to make sure we're addressing those things so we avoid muscle imbalances, or we allow ourselves to continually break through plateaus by addressing areas that we struggle with. Or your mobility is an issue, and we're working on some flexibility stuff as a cool down for after that workout. And that feeds into that training mindset where this is sustainable, it's allowing us to see progress, it's allowing us to prevent injuries, or maybe rehab something that happened in the past and keep it strong, so that we can continually be consistent in the gym. Tuesday, pennant 5K. That's a testing style workout. We do that once or twice a year. We have a loop. The loop is 1.1 miles long, so it's technically a little longer than a 5K. It's 3.3. There's a pretty gnarly hill thrown in there. You gotta run the hill 3 times, but it's a benchmark. You get to see where you sit. Hey, have I improved? Has my fitness improved? Maybe you've been working really hard recently on your conditioning. You've been doing a little work outside of class. You've been coming to an endurance class, or you've been cleaning up your nutrition, and you wanna see if that's transferred into that pennant 5K. Wednesday, this is doing work. We're in more of a training mindset. We're building our base. We're doing some bench press. It wasn't for a max or anything. It was 4 sets of 8. We're getting stronger on the bench press, and we're setting ourselves up for the future to test our 1 rep max, or to do something like the workout Lin, which is strict pull-ups and bodyweight bench press. And we're also doing single arm upright rows with a dumbbell. So we're doing some unilateral work, working one side without the other, trying to create some balance in there so that we can make sure we're strong enough in this vertical pulling movement. And then the other couplet of movements, we had reverse lunges and L-sits. None of this was for time. We had a majority of class dedicated to this. Reverse lunges, working one leg at a time. So let's say you're squatting, you're struggling with your squat, and we find one leg is stronger than the other. We can bring that weaker leg up in terms of strength. It's gonna affect your ability to squat more. And then doing some midline work. So that was not for time. That's more of a training mindset. We're looking to approach that with good quality movement there. It's gonna allow us to put our ceiling higher if we're concerned with performance. And we're also it's allowing us to be sustainable with our movement. Thursday, ski, row, bike intervals. Again, that's another training style workout. We talked about pacing there. We wanted to be consistent with our pacing from round to round. So we weren't going all out just to see what we had in us. Intervals can sometimes be boring. They're not as fun as a Monday style workout, but they allow us to do a great job of building our aerobic abilities, some power output for a longer period of time. And then more accessory work. We generally program accessory work twice a week. It's enough if we can do it consistently over time. It's not too much where you're like, oh, this is a chore, this is a job. We can see the benefits doing it twice a week, but it's not overly, mentally taxing and boring to do. So we've had a good 15-20 minutes to work through that at a reasonable pace after the conditioning. Friday was a pretty good mix, more of a training mindset. On this first part, we're alternating between power snatches and tempo strict pull-ups. So our power snatch, we were doing 3 reps on the minute, so we could focus on technique, getting more comfortable with the movement. Or for those who were well versed with the movement, we're focused on power. We're focused on getting more powerful through the movement, working with more weight as we go along. And then the tempo strict pull-up, that's there to help affect any type of upper body pulling strength. Tempo pull-ups, if you've never done them, they're pretty tough, they're really challenging. And we were trying to hold true to the tempo. So if it just said 5 pull-ups on the minute and we were taking more of a competition mindset, we might throw that tempo out the window just to do 5. But if we approach this with that training mindset of, okay, my goal is to hit this tempo because I know that if I spend more time, or I should say my coaches told me if I spend more time with those muscles under tension, that's gonna affect my ability to do regular paced strict pull-ups and kipping pull-ups and anything that involves upper body strength in the long run. And then our Metcon, was a whole smorgasbord, that's the word of the day, of things there. We had anything from light barbell deadlifts to box jumps to burpees over the bar to sumo deadlift high pulls, and that was just more competition style, like, hey, let's get after it, let's push the pace, maybe push the pace from the start, maybe you held a little bit back and turned it on at the end. We're just getting after it, having fun, good way to wrap up the week on a Friday. And then last Saturday's workout, if you look at it first, it might look more like a competition style workout, which maybe it could fall under that category, but I would actually say it's more of a training mindset because of this little caveat we have here at the end. So there's 30 thrusters, 90 wall balls, 30 thrusters. Every time you break the movements, you had to run 600 meters and do 60 double unders. That penalty didn't apply when you were switching from one movement to the other. If we just had a competition style mindset, we might just be like, hey, I'm gonna break here, break there, break here, finish as fast as I can. But what we talked about a lot here was, let's approach this workout with the goal of doing bigger sets. Even if it means you have to go a little slower on the run, you have to go a little bit, you have to break your double unders up a little more. You have to wait a little bit more before doing those double unders before you start those wall balls again. But approaching it with the goal of doing bigger sets, because that's going to carry over to other workouts when you employ a certain strategy of, I want to do this as fast as possible. Because if your body's been used to doing something in bigger sets, let's say wall balls in sets of 30, then when you approach it from a strategy standpoint of doing sets of 15 in a workout, that feels much more manageable. It lets you rep through it a little faster. So this, I would say, would fall more in that training mindset. So this is a week Monday through Saturday. We also have workouts on Sunday, but we didn't lay that up here on the board. And they're just all, we have a few examples of that: training, competing, and testing. On a weekly basis, maybe you'll see one test a week. The rare occasion you'll see two, but oftentimes there will be no test. We want to build that base. We want to practice that competition side of things, and then we can employ it through the testing. So I hope that helps give you guys a little idea of the way we approach our workouts, the benefit to each component, and then a little overview of how that applies to a week of programming.